Good morning to everyone and welcome back on a new video on my new channel. Today we're going to talk about a topic which hasn't been talked a lot because they are still very young and they have played tennis for 2 or 3 seasons, but they are already established tennis players. I'm talking about Holger Rune, Yannick Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz. But before we talk about this argument, I would like to see you subscribing to my channel, activating the bell and also leaving a like and leaving a comment on your thoughts. The first video in English honestly was very bad. I uploaded it and I didn't see it again because I don't see my videos again honestly, but it was very bad, so I understand that it wasn't the best video ever. This video I will try to do my best. So in the last English video I talked about who had the better career or who was the GOAT between Djokovic, Federer and Nadal. Today we're going to talk about new tennis players. So we talked about tennis players that were born in the 80s. Now we're going to talk about tennis players that were born in the 2000s. So, Holger Rune, Sinner, and Carlos Alcaraz. So both of them, sorry, not both because there are three. All of them have had a short career, of course, because Rune and Alcaraz are 19 and Sinner is 21. But I think that all of them have a great potential and they can do good things in the future. So, for example, Alcaraz was the one who did the better things probably, who won the most, who won the best titles. He won 6 titles if I'm not mistaken, or even 7 maybe, but I think he won 6. In 2021 yeah, he won Umago maybe, and in 2022 of course it was his best year and his first year as a top player. We can say it like that. He won Rio de Janeiro, that is an ATP 500 event. He won 2 Masters 1000, one in Miami and the other in Madrid, and he won also in Barcelona, and he won the US Open, of course. So it was a fantastic season for him. He also ended at world number 1. He started the year as world number 32 and he ended the year as world number 1. I think it's an incredible jump in terms of rankings. And then we have also Rune, who won the least titles between the three, but he won a Masters 1000. Sinner couldn't do that until now. And he won Bercy against Novak. I saw that match, he played really, really good. But all three of them are, we can say, inconsistent, because sometimes it looks like they're nearly unplayable, but some other times it looks like that they are playing very bad. So it's difficult to predict their careers, of course, because there are also other players that are going to be in the top 10, including also the players of today, Tsitsipas, Medvedev, the new players, but also other players that today we don't even know about them. They will be top players. So maybe there is going to be someone better than these three, or not. We will see. In the future, like Rafa says, nobody knows. So we will have to see what happens, but today we are going to focus about Sinner, Alcaraz and Rune. So I believe honestly that all of them can have great careers, and they already won a lot considering their age, especially Alcaraz, because if I'm not mistaken, Rune won 3 titles. An indoor title, one in April, I don't remember which one, on clay against Zverev. No, Zverev was the first round, I don't remember. In Munich, he won the title in Munich, if I'm not mistaken, and then he won another title in I don't remember when, sorry. It had to be like an indoor title in October. If you know it, please write it in the comment section. And he won, of course, Paris-Bercy Masters 1000 with a great run. If I'm not mistaken, he won against 4 top 10 players, which is a lot. Only Federer and Nadal won a Grand Slam against 4 top 10 players, and it's a lot because this is 4 players out of 7 that are in the top 10. And in the Masters 1000, it's even tougher because it's 4 out of 6 if you are an unseeded player or if you are not a top 8 player and you don't get a bye in the first round. So, how has this 2023 season going for Alcaraz, Sinner and Rune? So, Alcaraz played only in Buenos Aires. He reached the final. He's going to play against Dory. The first big challenge for him, but I think he's going to win. And he didn't play a lot. He played 2 matches or 3 matches. He played against Lajovic, against Varillas. He played against... Oh my god, I'm forgetting the names, honestly. He played 3 matches. I don't remember against who specifically, but he played against Lajovic, that's for sure. And he also played against... I have bad memory, honestly. I didn't follow a lot of Buenos Aires. I'm focusing on Rotterdam, where Sinner plays. So, Sinner was the one who had the most success, probably, even if also Rune had an average Australian Open, to be honest. Also, Sinner's Australian Open wasn't spectacular, but he lost against the finalist and against world number 3. And he lost while being 2 sets to love down. He managed to go 2 sets all, but then in the 5th, probably Tsitsipas' experience prevailed in that circumstance, and Sinner couldn't play as good as he played in the 3rd and 4th set in the 5th, which was crucial for him. Tsitsipas released his arm and it was a key in his match, but I think that Sinner still needs to improve. He can improve a lot, Sinner, mentally. Also, his consistency can be, of course, way better than the consistency that he has right now. The same, of course, for Rune and Alcaraz. Alcaraz, I think, is more complete. I mean, he still can grow, of course, without a doubt, because he's only 19, but he's already a built player. I can say it like that, even if it's not very clear. I said it, but I hope that you understood it. I think that Alcaraz is already at the top level. He's not at his best. He can still improve, and that's scary because he won a Grand Slam without even being at his best. Juan Carlos Ferrero said that Alcaraz is still at his 60%. Honestly, 60% is a very low percentage because it means that he can play nearly twice better than how he played until now. For me, it seems difficult, but maybe he's right, and who knows in the future. And then Rune also, I think that he's still a teenager, like Alcaraz. He can still improve a lot, and same with Sinner. Rune lost against Rublev. Rune has ups and downs, like Sinner and Alcaraz, like all the players on tour that are very young and that are not established, such as Nadal, Djokovic, and these guys that are already 34, 35, 36, 37 even. So it's normal. We can't pretend, we can't think that they are already complete, they don't have ups and downs, that they are not inconsistent, sorry. It's normal, but they can still improve, as I said. This 2023 season is going to be a key, I think, for Alcaraz. First, we're going to talk about 2023 for Alcaraz, then for Sinner, then for Rune, of course. For Alcaraz, I think it's very important to see if he can maintain the level that he showed in 2022, because in 2022 he had no pressure, because no one expected him to do this big jump. I mean, someone expected him to be like in the top 10 at the end of the year, or even top 8, even like top 7, 8, or 6 even, but no one expected him to end the year as world number 1. I know that some of you are going to say yes, but Novak didn't play two majors, 4 or 5 Masters 1000, didn't play a lot. Rafa had injuries, I know it, guys, but as things stand, Alcaraz has been world number one, ended the year as world number one. So, no discussion at all, he deserved it, and he gained that spot deserving it. So, he didn't gain that spot stealing it. He was world number one. I mean, I also agree that he wasn't the best player in the world because he did the awards of the 2022 season, and I said that the best player in the world was Nadal, and then Djokovic. I put Alcaraz in the third place, but he still ended the year's world number one at 19. We have to appreciate. We have to appreciate that no one did it before. No one even spent a week as world number one with less than 20 years old, and the end of the year as world number one with 19. So this is already an incredible achievement, and we have to respect that because no one did it in the past. I think that's just my opinion. Then, of course, Novak didn't play a lot of tournaments. Nadal was injured a lot of times. We know it 100%. We know also that Nadal and Djokovic, if they play at their best, Nadal and Djokovic, when they were in their prime, also with Federer, they stole a lot of titles from the other two guys. I'm saying that if they were in different eras, there are two theories. The first one is that they would have won 60 slams, and the second one is that they would have not won a lot because the other two pushed the other guy at his limits, or even more than his limits. I know it, guys, but we still have to respect Alcaraz's achievement, because it's incredible, to be honest. And this 2023 season, is going to be a key for him, because we have to see if he can maintain this level, the level that he showed in 2022, with all the pressure, of course. Because this season, Alcaraz is going to have pressure, because Alcaraz is right now probably is one of the best players in the world. I think right now Novak is the best. But if Alcaraz can maintain the level of the 2022 season, he can be a serious threat, especially on clay for Novak, where the physical part is more important than on hard court and on grass, because of course there are longer rallies and the surface is lower. So I know that Novak physically is still a beast, but who knows? Who knows? Physical decline can happen in any time. We saw it with Nadal. Until last year's French Open, or also Wimbledon, he seemed to be the best player in the world, without a question. And then, look at what is happening now. Since then, I think he won like 4 matches and he lost 12. It's something ridiculous for a player such as Nadal, for one of the greatest players of all time, and you can see how quickly the fans of all the tennis world and community are forgetting who Rafael Nadal is. Because let's not forget that Nadal, I know that there are players that are playing better than him, but we don't have to forget that Nadal won 2 slams last season, not 20 seasons ago. So we don't have to forget that. It's a very, very important thing. Don't forget that. Don't put Nadal out of the conversation for the Goat. I know that most of the people are saying that right now is Novak, Roger and Nadal are done. People say this. They are done, but Roger is retired. He retired with 20, okay, but Nadal is still active. Who knows? Who knows what can happen? Maybe Novak is going to have a physical decline. Maybe Nadal is going to shine again. Maybe both of them are not going to win anything in the next years of their careers, in the last years of their careers. So we will see what happens. Talking about Alcaraz, I think that he will show again a great level in 2023. I think he's hungry. He's hungry for titles, for Grand Slams. He wants to win another Grand Slam. There are only 4 Grand Slams, and he did it and he won, and he managed to win one. He wants to win another one this year. He wants to win another Grand Slam, and I think that at the French Open he has a great chance. I mean, because Novak the French Open is the slam where Novak struggles the most. And Rafa is not at his best, so the French Open this year is open. It's not the French closed like it was with Nadal, because he was always the big favorite and no one had a chance against him. This year, I think that someone can win the French Open. At the start of the year, I said that Rafa was going to win the French Open. I mean, it can still happen. He's one of the favorites, of course, without a doubt. You can't count Nadal out at the French Open, but with his condition right now, no chance he gets in the quarterfinals. I say it right now because 4 matches that are best of 3, we saw how much he struggled to maintain a good level for more than one consecutive set. It seems difficult to me, to be honest. But with Rafa, nobody knows, not even he knows what he's going to do, so we will see. Talking about Sinner, he has to see if he can play better than in 2022, because 2022 wasn't a great season for Sinner at all. It wasn't a great season because he had a lot of injuries, and I think that he wants to play at a higher level, and he's showing it right now. Adelaide was still at the start of the season, it didn't matter a lot, and he won comfortably the first matches. Then he lost against Corda, who was very near to win against Djokovic. So it's okay, it was possible. It to happen. We also have to consider that Corda is a very good player, and he is in a very good shape right now. In a very good shape. Then at the Australian Open, the first 2 rounds wins easily. He wins easily. Then in the third round, he struggles with Fucsovics. He wins the first 2 sets, and then the opposite. He loses the first 2 sets, and then he wins the third and the fourth, and also the fifth. So a great comeback. The first 2 sets were bad, then he came back. Great comeback against Stefanos Tsitsipas. Also, he had to come back another time from 2 sets to lockdown. He couldn't this time because Tsitsipas, of course, is a more experienced player. He's a great player. He's better than Fucsovics. And it's not a surprise that he reached the final of the Australian Open, so acceptable loss. Then he comes back, he plays in Montpellier, he wins in Montpellier, in Montpellier, the title, and he wins the title without dropping a set, maybe. And then here he is, Rotterdam. Today he's going to play the final. So he has a chance to be back in the top 10, first of all, to qualify for the Nitto TP finals, and to even be in the top 5, I don't know. So we will see what happens, but I said it in my first video of this year, maybe one of the first videos of this year, or maybe it was one of the last videos of this year. The goals, the wishes of the tennis players for Christmas, to Santa Claus. The wishes were for Sinner. I think the goal for Sinner, it was a goal about not the wishes. It was, yes, also the wishes, but it was also about the goals of the players. I think that Sinner's goal is to see an improvement technically, volleys, drop shots, more variety of shots, and not to only be baseline player. So to be more complete, that is his goal. I think that winning a Masters 1000 now or winning it in 2 years, it doesn't change a lot for him. If he can build a great forehand, backhand, great serve, first, second serve, volleys, drop shots, touch, skills, physical condition, and not having a lot of injuries, I think that he's going to be a monster in the next years. So we just have to be patient, and it's not important for him to win Masters 1000 slams right now. For me, the most important thing for Sinner is to build a great player with great technical, physical, and mental abilities. That's the key for Sinner, to be as good as possible in the future. Then, if these years wins a Masters 1000, a Grand Slam, it would be fantastic. And I would be the first one, of course, to oh my god, I don't remember to say, to enjoy that moment. Not to enjoy, I didn't want to say that, but it's okay. Then we have Rune. Rune, who I think Rune, it was my surprise for 2023. I put him in the third place. It's incredibly high spot in the ranking, but I have confidence in him because I think he's a really, really good player. As Tsitsipas said, he's obsessed with tennis, and this is an important thing. You have to be obsessed with the sport at this level. All of the players were obsessed at this level, and Rune is not an exception at all. Tsitsipas said that his obsession with tennis is going to kill him. It's possible, to be honest. It's possible, realistically, and he's a great, great player. He showed a great level in the last months of 2022. I think that Patrick Mouratoglou for Rune was the key, because after the quarterfinal reached in the French Open, Rune didn't play his best level, but then he managed to be back and even play better. It was also thanks to Patrick Mouratoglou's help. Patrick Mouratoglou for me is the best coach in the world, but not the most important thing in being the best coach in the world. For me, I won't say for me. I actually think that he is, as I said, the best coach in the world, and he is my favorite coach. So if I had to say, which coach do you want? I would say Mouratoglou. All of the times, all the days, all the hours, all the minutes, all the seconds. For me, he's the best, and he's a very, very good coach. And he showed it with Serena Williams, with Simona Halep, even if she right now is in a bad position. Also, he showed it with Holger Rune and with all of the players that he coached, even at Tsitsipas. I think he's a very, very good coach, and he's going to help a lot Rune on the mental side, physical side, and technical side. I think that Rune lacks consistency. He has a great confidence. That's a very, very good thing. He has incredible confidence, huge confidence, and I believe that he's going to achieve great things. I won't do a prediction right now of how many slams and Masters 1000 these players are going to win, but for me it's going to be something between, let's say, 2 to 8. This is the range. Alcaraz may win more, honestly, may also reach 10. I said that he was going to reach 6 in May, so let's see if it's going to be true or not. The main thing that these three players lack, especially, not Alcaraz a lot, but the other two, yes, is consistency. When and how you find consistency? By playing, and the consistency, to win matches, you can also find it building your tennis. Like I said with Sinner, volleys, net. So if someday you're not playing well from the baseline, you can play well from the net. If sometimes the serve is not working, you also have great defensive shots. So you have to be complete, and in order to be complete, you have to build your tennis. You have to be patient with it. This process can last 1, 2, 3, 4 years, but then you will be a fantastic and an incredible player who can play in all the surfaces, in all the conditions, and in all the ways possible. Give me your thoughts in the comment section. I think that this video was better, and as I said in the last video, if there is someone who speaks English very well, even he's a natural speaker, please leave a comment and give me some advices. because I know that my pronunciation is not good. I know that sometimes I do some mistakes. It's normal because I'm Italian. I'm Italian, I'm not English. If you speak English very well, please leave a comment below and say all the errors. I will accept that and I will learn from it. Thank you very much. This video is a little bit long, but hopefully you will watch it all, and I think it's better than the other one in English. I will improve day by day, step by step, like all the tennis players, and see you later. See you in another video. Ciao!